Metachlorians. Metachlorians.
Metachlorians. Gotta do
Medi.
our verbal
Medi?
warm-ups,
Yep. The force.
The force.
Yaddle.
You're a weird-looking alien. I don't like the way you look because you're an alien. That's not a really good warm-up.
Right.
That's not a really good warm-up.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No? It's cool. I understand. And so does Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
What are we talking about,
Anyways,
Mike?
welcome to the Nowhere to Go podcast.
That's it. We're here.
My name's Mike. This is Oliver.
That's true.
And we're going to talk about Star Wars Episode 1 today.
The best Star Wars movie with the number 1 in it.
That's right.
Is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
It's the first in a long line of questionable choices.
I mean, this far now away from when it originally came out, it's not that bad. It's definitely a kids movie, but so yeah, me and Oliver, we recently watched Star Wars Episode 1. We're gonna be going through the entire series.
That means what do you mean by the entire series?
God save us. We'll figure that one out, I guess.
I was thinking about it earlier. Shower thoughts. I was thinking about I haven't seen that Han Solo movie.
Oh, really? Yeah. I've seen it a couple times actually.
Are we gonna do the in between movies as well?
I think we should. Yeah.
I think we should too.
Yeah.
Because there's some gold in there.
Yeah. I actually do like the Solo movie, and it might be a controversial note, but I actually like it more than Rogue One. Yeah.
Well, let's save it for when we get
there. Save the little preview.
Yeah. Here's what we won't do. We're not gonna review every fucking episode of the Clone Wars because
no. I'm wary of the TV stuff. I feel like that's an entirely different thing. Just the movies.
Possibly if we ever get any if we get our shit together, I'll have some kind of Patreon or membership or whatever. We should do a little bit on the miniseries, the Clone Wars miniseries.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The 2D one.
Gendy Tartakovsky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the TV shows, I think maybe we can touch on them a little bit, but I haven't seen a lot of them, so.
Yeah, I've seen them all. Yeah.
I think the only one I haven't seen is Ahsoka.
Oh, right, that one recently came out.
Yeah.
It was all right.
I mean, that's it. My issue is that I don't have 3 years to watch all of Clone Wars to figure out if it's worth watching. So
yeah, it's kind of a shame after, especially when I was watching it with some friends, and we were just all like, yeah, wow, you really have to watch Clone Wars and Rebels to understand this fucking show, because it's just
Rebels?
That's the thing is I didn't see all of Rebels. I only saw the first season and a half of season 2, and it was just I stopped after that, and that was years ago when I saw that, and I was just I don't fucking know who any of these people are, or what they're fucking doing, and it's just all right.
Yeah.
So I had to pause multiple times, just being all right, what the fuck is this, and have it be explained to me.
Forget it then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch that. So
there's some cool bits.
Today we're gonna go over.
But
we're gonna go over episode 1. We're gonna try to keep it brief. We don't want to go on for hours. We tried this once before. I think it's our second episode or third episode.
Yeah.
For the podcast, we tried to talk about all of Star Wars, and in
it was almost
4 hours. Yeah, we got to Return of the Jedi. We're just rushing through it, and we're like, fuck it, I can't fucking just forget it. So we're gonna actually take our time this time.
After watching the movies.
Yeah, we're gonna watch them, take our notes. And if you want to watch them with us, you can, join our Discord.
That's right.
We watch them on there together, and you're free to join us and talk over George Lucas's masterpieces.
Yeah.
Yep. Wow. Yeah. Great minds, Mike.
That's right.
So I have a list of notes. I wrote these notes after the movie, so they're not in sequential order. They're just the things that stood out to me. So the very first thing, and I think it's very important that we address this immediately, is how fucking racist Obi-Wan is in that
Yeah,
whole
man.
movie.
Yeah,
Holy
it's
crap.
something I don't think I ever picked up on before because I've seen this movie multiple times. But when we watched it, it was like, wow, why the fuck is he saying all that? Man,
He's
he's
a
really
jerk.
joking and jiving about all this shit that really sounds racist. Like,
Yeah.
god
What
damn.
was the line? I didn't write down the line exactly, but it was like,
These
yeah, you like a
and
useless life form or something
yeah,
like
the
that.
like he's like I can't believe we're helping these useless life forms or some shit. Like, god damn.
Fucking A, dude.
Like, holy fuck.
My God.
Or no, like yeah, I think his he was referring to Jar Jar Binks about being like, are we gonna help another useless life form? Like we've
Right.
already taken on in this fucking idiot. Now
Yeah.
we're in this
He's like the
fucking dirt world. What other useless life forms are gonna collect Obi-Wan or Qui-Gon? Like fuck.
yeah, and it sucks because like I remember there's a big, there back in the day, there was a big backlash against Jar Jar, and everyone was annoyed
Yeah.
by him. I don't find him terribly annoying this movie.
No,
He's
he's
like,
there for the
he's
kids.
he's fine.
Yeah.
There's
He's
like,
silly. He
I
jokes
think,
around.
yeah, I think that like I mean, this is not our first time watching it, so we have like more tempered expectations and
Hmm.
stuff. I feel like there's other characters in these movies that are much more offensive than Jar Jar, even though he's like responsible for making Palpatine Emperor and all that shit.
Yeah.
I think I think he's fine. He's like a cute little in between, and
Yep.
but it's also funny to see like the way like Qui-Gon just fucking despises him, and is just eternally annoyed. Like these Jedi are very considering this is like the first time you see Jedi in the height of the Jedi,
Yeah.
right? Like in not running away from the Empire, but just like this is the Jedi doing Jedi shit. Like these aren't like the Buddhist samurai warriors I thought they were. They're very like, this is annoying. Here he goes again. Please
Right.
stop using your tongue to eat things, alien boy. Right? Like, uh,
Yeah.
yeah. There's a
Yeah.
lack of patience in
Yeah,
this
there's
movie. That is.
that's true, yeah.
Um, what else? Let's lean into a positive. Now we can
The
do away with the racist Obi-Wan.
pod race was fantastic.
I
Still
think that's the highlight of the
it
movie,
really is.
right?
It's like the crown of it. Like it's just
Ah,
it's so
so
exciting
good.
going in. Like even just the little build up they have to Anakin building his pod racer, and it's just like, man, this thing looks cool. And like this is like the first, like imagine like this is the first like introduction we have to it. Like he's building this thing. He's very involved in it. We know he can build things. We saw him how he built C3PO, and like
Yeah,
he's
which was there ever a reference to that in the other movies in the original
no, I
trilogy?
don't think so. No,
No.
that's just
So it's
what
just
they.
like a
Yeah,
shock.
yeah,
Like Anakin Skywalker, he built C-3PO.
yeah,
Like, oh, okay.
yeah,
What?
yeah. He's the originator of C3PO. So
So he ruined everything. Is what we're trying to. I'm
yeah,
kidding. C-3PO is fine.
yeah.
C-3PO is a real fucking victim in this whole series. But anyways,
He complains a lot about it. That's for sure.
yeah, but boy, do they really fucking give it to him in episode 9. Anyways,
Anyways,
um,
but yeah, the pod
we'll
race.
get there.
But yeah, so like we finally get to it. We see all the crowd, and then we get introduced to all the pod racers, and it's just like they're each one is. It's literally just a take on wacky racers in Star Wars. Like they just have these. They're all exaggerated aliens. They all have these crazy looking machines. We get the pip
Yeah.
droids working and doing silly shit. You got, like more poodoo jokes. But uh, and then the race
Yeah.
starts, and like there's no sound, there's no music originally, and as the
Right.
music as it starts, but you're in it, and like I feel like
Yeah.
that's like for Star Wars, that's impressive, like
Crazy.
because it's usually the music that really draws you into it, that sets the piece, right? But
Yeah.
this just starts, and the engine sounds are what you listen to.
Yeah, it's I think it leans to the strength of Star Wars in that like it's really especially from the original trilogy, it's really good. They do a good job of fleshing out the world. Which I don't know why Lucas feels like he needs to consistently flesh it out even more by adding more and more shit to it. But every location feels used, worn, lived in,
Hmm.
and and this also lends to that, because like everybody's machine is different. Everybody's machine makes a
Right.
different noise. Everybody's
It's a
like
character.
everybody's
Everything
controls are
is
different.
just
Yeah,
characterized, everything.
exactly. Yeah, and I think it's really I don't know. I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
And then of course there's Sebulba, like
So
the fucking
Bulba, yeah, he's the first actual
villain. Like
villain of the movie that's like tangible, right?
yeah, he's just a dick. He's just he's just a rude fucking I don't know, hairless dog that walks on his arms, but also uses his legs as hands, but they're all the same,
Yeah.
like equal distance from his torso. I don't understand
He's
why he
cool.
does this, but he's fucking
He's
cool. Yeah,
unique. He's awesome. He has an attitude. You like his voice is
yeah.
gravelly and like hey, he's just gonna.
Ah,
You know he's not saying nice things every time he
right.
fucking opens his mouth. You don't even have to read the subtitles. Um,
Yeah.
but then
And the
yeah,
fact
like
that
yeah,
he doesn't die is fucking dope. I like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
They keep him around. He's like,
yeah,
ah, fuck. When he loses, he's like, ah, son of a bitch. It's like, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
Sebulba. And no,
yeah.
you can't win all of them, but
Yeah, yeah.
he's got the force. It's not your
Yeah,
fault.
just
Uh,
the pacing and everything involved out of that race, the pod racing scene is just so it's what you would want out of that, and it delivers
yeah,
so well, and it's just like it always lives up to it.
yeah.
That one that whole sequence doesn't get old. Like it,
No,
like
it
the
doesn't.
final when it comes down to the final two, right? Like that's when the
Yeah,
music
it's so
actually
good.
kicks in, and then like yeah, you
Hmm.
feel the energy, like it's so good.
Yeah, and like
Anakin makes
it's
the
really
pod racer
well.
fly.
Yeah, he makes it. Yeah, whatever. He makes it fly, but it's also like it's super well shot.
Yeah,
They do the same angles so that you can like
yeah,
intelligibly read what's happening.
right.
Like the way the announcer like is giving you the play by play,
Hmm.
and just like it's so well, like it's just readable, right? For
Yeah,
something that's supposed to be like breakneck speed, you still feel the speed, but you can interpret what's happening.
right.
The sounds are fucking out of hand. It's just so good.
Yeah,
And like personal memory, I remember when it was, I was there for the premiere, like, well, not the premiere, but like a premiere when it
yeah,
first
yeah,
opened in my town, and just seeing that in theaters, like that scene, I remember just like gripping my chair. I mean, I was like what, 12 or something. I was like,
right,
oh
right.
my god, like this is
So
the
exciting.
coolest fucking thing ever.
Yeah,
Yeah, and yeah, so that's probably the best part.
probably is. Yeah, I
As
mean, there's some really good like smaller sequences, like the final battle, but and all that stuff like that. But like really like
yeah,
what we're led up to from the very beginning of the movie where we see some really cool shit going on, but like that pod race is really special. Like it's just a
yeah,
really cool sequence.
and I think it lends to like some of the other really positive aspects of the game, or like of the game, whoops, of the
The
movie,
game's good
is
too.
that the fucking pod race game is probably one of the best Star Wars
It
games ever
really
made,
is, yeah.
and I'll die by that.
Yeah, for sure.
But it lends, if the pod race not only is a good sequence in itself, and it's a good like it's a good example of what makes Star Wars really good. Like
Hmm.
good, boy. But it also like it helps to facilitate the story and flesh out Tatooine in a way that like actually affects the characters, right?
Right.
So like like everything's justified is what I'm basically trying to say, and everything like follows logically in some way or another, right? So you get all
Hmm.
these like awesome, these crazy aliens. Well, they're all there because it's like a big race and there's a lot of money, and that leads to the whole like
Yeah,
that's why
you see
the
the hut,
characters are
like
there.
Jabba the Hutt, right?
Yeah,
He's the draw, like
right. You see him.
he's the big honcho, or
Don't say it. Don't fucking say it, man. If you fucking say it, I'm gonna lose it.
he's a cool guy.
Don't. Okay. All right.
It's Java, the daimyo.
Mm-hmm. Fucking A, man. So stupid. So dumb. Anyways, yeah, it's cool to see Jabba be Jabba,
Yeah,
where he's not just like
he starts the race. He bangs the gong by throwing food at.
yeah, he throws food off his fucking like balcony. He's like, I don't give a shit about this. Like he's just
Or
being a
he doesn't.
big
He
slug.
spits it. He just, like he
Yeah, that's
bites the
right.
head off and he spits it at the
He
gong.
spits it out. Yeah, it was cool to see a guy in power just be, and also they don't do the stupid shit that every movie does fucking now, where they're just like, hey, that thing? Like they didn't like obviously point to like, hey,
You don't get
they're
the
like, oh,
little.
and there's Jabba the Hutt.
You
Nobody
don't
winked at me.
you don't get the little like the little X-Men chime when like Xavier walks into frame. In case you didn't know, he's a mutant.
Yeah. What? Wait a minute. Are you? Yeah. He's just doing his own shit, right?
Yeah.
And no one like they say, and the Hutts are here. They're not like, hey guys, there's Jabba the Hutt from that other movie. I hear he has a carbonite machine making thing somewhere.
He
and
likes
he
to
likes
collect
slaves.
carbonite statues of anyone who crosses
Yeah.
them.
Isn't that strange and weirdly on point? They didn't do any of that, which is awesome.
Yeah. Didn't need to.
Yeah. But let's be honest, like Sebulba's really awesome.
Yeah.
It's cool to see like the pit droids and Jabba the Hutt. But the fucking star of the movie is your boy, Watto. Am I right? Watto's the one. Watto is so fucking great. He's like, he makes no fucking sense physically. He's got a elephant nose.
Yeah.
He's got a beard for some reason. He's got giant eyes.
He's got
a
teeth.
fat body. He's got teeth. He's got like molars.
Yeah.
He's got webbed feet, but he doesn't walk. He's wearing a vest, but no pants.
Yeah.
And he's got wings.
Yeah, he's
but
like,
his center of gravity is like at his knees. It doesn't fucking make sense. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's like I said when we were watching the movie. He's literally the platypus of Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's just like all this, like it just makes no fucking sense.
and he's skeptical of everybody, and he's just
he can't be mind tricked. He can't be mind tricked. He's really smart.
What the fuck? Yeah. How does that? He's just like, what are you, a fucking Jedi? Like what?
What are you waving your hand around?
He backtalked Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
And he fucking
a master
inadvertently,
Jedi. Yeah.
Dude, he picked up on the fact that he was trying to be like
a Jedi.
So he's well traveled, I guess.
Yeah,
like,
must
what
be.
the fuck? Who is this dude?
Yeah.
But also he's a slave owner.
Yeah. But I mean, let's be honest, being a slave, not that bad.
Let's talk about slavery.
I mean, you get your
Wars,
own mansion. I mean, I think that counts as a mansion. That has multiple rooms, a dining room for like 6 people. Like, it's 2 people live in that house, and there's a dining room for 6 people. Like, what the fuck?
Also, space to make your own secret pod racer.
They got like a fucking a garage port to build shit. He's in his room. He has enough room to build a robot. Like, fuck, man.
A highly intelligent robot who can speak multiple like.
I mean, I guess it's just Star Wars. Tatooine slavery just means you're middle class.
It means you have debt for some reason. That's it. You're like, you can't get out of this job, but there's vacation days.
You tricked them with the chance dice.
Yeah,
got him early.
It's the other thing. You can literally gamble your way out of slavery. What's the problem?
Yeah.
What's the problem? Yes. What are they gonna do? Own more of you? Like, come on, you're good. Yeah, I feel like Watto is the best thing in that fucking movie. He's great.
I personally am a big fan of Ben Quadraro. I think he's pretty good. But it's a close second to Deadbolt. Deadbolt's also really good.
What about our boy who has the most famous death? Fucking Greedo. Greedo's hanging out, all pudgy and kid-like.
Yeah, he's just a kid. I think he even says yippee at one point. We gotta bring up that.
We gotta bring that up. There's about 45 yippies in this fucking movie.
Kids movie, yippee.
It's definitely for kids. Kids love it.
Yeah.
They love yippee.
Yippee. And Wizard. Man, that's so Wizard.
Wizard, yeah. Do you remember that like the early 2000s when everybody was trying to talk about the future by making bullshit words that everybody would use but nobody used, like Wizard or Batman Beyond? They would say that's so shui, man.
Oh, yeah.
What are we talking about? Nobody said, what do we have? What is the future? What do people say? That's what do the kids say? I'm out of it. Bussin'. Right?
Bussin's a thing.
That's bussin'.
Yeah.
For real.
For real. FR.
Yeah. What else? Oh, also there's a cool thing to note if you didn't know. Actually, my mom told me about this when the movie came out because she was trying to be a cool mom, and she was. She was the one who told me about E.T. actually.
Oh, in the movie there, the cameo.
Yeah,
That's really
E.T.'s
cool.
in episode 1. Yeah, she
Yeah.
when I had the tape, I had the VHS tape.
Uh-huh.
She was like, yeah, E.T.'s in this. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, yeah, I saw it on TV. They said it in the news. E.T.'s in this movie. I'm like, what are you talking about? She also told me that there's a lot of rats in the movie, but I've never really encountered that. I don't remember seeing a lot of rats.
A lot of
But
rats.
that was a thing. She saw that on like, I don't know, Entertainment Tonight or some shit. They made some little like, E.T. makes a fucking cameo in the movie, and if
There's a
you
shit
have
ton
like
of
if you're
rats.
eagle-eyed, yeah, there's a rats everywhere. Like what? Are there? Um, what else? Here's a thing. Negative. It's negative for 2 points, I guess.
Okay.
I don't like CG Yoda. I also don't like Puppet Yoda. So there's a real
Yeah.
problem. Yoda's just not
I think
good.
the CG Yoda's better than the puppet that we've seen. But
Yeah,
at the same time, it's just not the same as Empire Strikes
not the
Back.
same.
It's just not.
Yeah. It's not the best. Like, it's just the puppet sucks.
Yeah, it's too shiny,
If-
so glossy,
yeah. So glossy. So
and it's
glossy.
just unfortunate.
His mouth is weird. He's got a weird mouth.
Yeah, they gave him a
Frank Oz is
jawline.
fine.
Yeah, of
Yeah, to
course.
give him
Yeah.
Frank Oz is always great. Also, Yaddle. Yaddle's in this fucking
Yaddle makes
movie.
a quick little like cameo.
Yeah. Now remember, Yaddle does get redeemed, right? If
Yaddle
you saw
does get
that
redeemed, right? We've
little
seen the
short.
animation. Yeah, that was really
Yeah.
cool. Voiced by Bryce Dallas Howard. Yeah,
What the fuck
they
is
did
that?
a good
I don't
job.
know what that is.
Uh,
Chief, pretty
she's a
important.
director now. She was, I guess one of her most notable roles was Jurassic World. She was the redhead.
Didn't see that.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Yaddle, fucking weird. So it's Yaddle, Yoda, and Baby Yoda, and that's it, right? That's
Yeah,
all we
as far
got.
as we know.
Yeah. Well, any guess to who the mom is?
I don't know,
If he
man. I
starts
don't think
growing
it
red
worked.
hair,
Like, I mean,
I mean,
if Anakin can be immaculately conceived,
oh, well, yeah. I forgot about that
he's
one. Yeah,
Jesus.
he's
In case you
Jesus.
guys didn't know, he's the chosen one.
Well, is he though? Fucking, I hate episode 9, Mike. It taints everything.
Yeah, it's not my Star Wars. Hashtag.
Fucking, god damn it. Puppy Yoda. I guess Yoda's fine. But it's just not.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I think the last thing we just have to talk about that's really important is Maul. Darth
Maul. Yeah,
Maul.
Maul's great. Yeah.
Fucking cool, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Darth Maul's fucking
Doesn't have
cool.
to say anything.
What is he? What does he say? He's like,
"We shall be done, my master." I think he says, or some shit like that.
Let's fucking go, bro. That's what he says. And then he just does whatever.
Put him up, Buttercup.
Yeah, I think we both. Every time, I mean, for me, every time I see the scene where he's like, the doors open, he's there, and you get the double saber.
Yeah, that's a huge.
I remember.
Reveal.
Yeah, my fucking, I must have let out a fart or something in theaters. I was like, huh, is that? That's not a thing. And then it was a thing.
And then the
and
music starts.
Kicking ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, the music. I mean, that song is just the song, right?
Right. It's so iconic.
That fight is so fucking cool.
Yeah. Ray Park killed it.
Ray Park, also known as Toad in the X-Men movies. Just a little trivia there. Yeah, he's it was cool to see him use the Force while fighting.
Right,
super
that was
fucking
cool,
dope.
Because you have to remember, like, we're off of episode 6 now. What would it be renamed as? Return of the Jedi. And like those fights in that movie were really cool between Luke and Darth Vader, but this is the new, like, this is a reinvention essentially. Watching it all happen anew, and these guys are fucking flipping around. They're jumping great distances. And
the speed. We just talk about the fucking speed.
I was gonna bring up the speed after this because I feel like it's a positive and a negative, but
and a negative.
but yeah. So But yeah,
Those are
with
exciting.
Maul's really great. Great
Yeah,
antagonist. The fight's fantastic.
his design is so fucking cool.
Yeah, a
Like
Zabrak
he's got
alien.
fucking horns coming out
Yeah,
of his head. He's
yeah,
cool as shit. He's got a cloak. He
yeah,
like you look at that guy, you're like, he's fucking. That's the bad guy.
yeah.
Clearly,
Like the
yeah.
build up to his reveal, like really when you put all the like think about it and look at all the pieces, then that reveal, like it's fucking awesome. Like because like you
It's
see
so
this guy and he's in a hood the whole time, even though you can faintly see the outline, like his horns like poking at the hood, but you don't really make it. You don't
right.
really think about it, especially if you don't know. And then he unveils himself. He's a fucking demon, and he's got a double bladed
Yeah, dude.
lightsaber. That music
So
starts.
cool.
Fantastic. And he's
So
got
I
terrible,
remember
terrible
watching.
dental care.
It's
But
the worst.
but he's a
I
demon.
remember watching some like behind the scenes or some shit where Lucas was talking about how he really wanted the Jedi to be like really efficient fighters because
Mm.
it'd be like like these are sword fighting masters, they're masters of their weapons, and you really get that feeling from like the fight choreography where it's like there's no wasted movement except for the two really stupid big wastes of movement that stand out to me horribly when they're like when him and Obi-Wan do that little like fan out thing. It's just
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
To me, it just seems really goofy.
Yeah.
It's just like Ray Park like waves his hand like look at this. I don't know. You'll have
Oh
to
right, yeah, yeah.
maybe in the video I'll splice it in or something. But it's just really silly looking.
Yeah.
I think that fight's just super cool.
We'll be talking
And
more about that like in the next episode when we start to look at Dooku and how he fights. So like
oh, man.
that
Yeah,
would be
his
one of the
HE
only
double fight.
would be one of the only positives in that movie, unfortunately. Dooku's pretty cool, but not much
We're getting
else.
ahead of
We
ourselves. We're
are
getting ahead of ourselves.
reining it in. Episode 1.
Rein it in.
All right.
Episode 1.
So yeah, Maul's really cool.
Yeah.
Qui-Gon's death is tragic. You don't
it
like
hurts.
when you see it happen. It's like, wait a
It's
minute,
shocking.
he can't
Yeah.
die. What the fuck?
Yeah, nice die. Yeah.
And even the like the build up to it was so cool in there and the impressive hallway of force generators. Whatever.
Yeah, dude.
I don't really know where the fuck they are, what they're doing. I'm sure it's
They're
all
on the
explained.
Death Star.
Yeah.
They're just on the Death Star again.
Apparently.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
You don't
cool
want to
with
fall. You don't want
Let
to
them
fall.
do that.
You'll be falling
Don't want
for
to
a while.
fall, but if you do fall, you can leap 8 stories. So it's not a fucking.
That's right. You probably just force stop.
Yeah.
Force stop falling.
All right, talk about the speed. What's up with the speed?
So yeah,
why did it?
Yeah, they very early on in the movie, we see them use it in a very quick scene, and like any like fan of like KOTOR, the games and stuff, we've all used like force speed in the games, and this is literally the only time it is shown in the movies ever, and it's
So
never brought up again. And you understand why? Because like, okay, if they know how to use it that early on in the movie, well, fuck. Literally every chase scene of them running ever again in the movie is completely ruined by the fact that that they know force speed now. We've seen them do it. Like imagine the fucking the literal hallway the field generator scene where they just use force speed. Like
yeah, just
like
get
they
through it.
just do it. Just what's the problem? Why are you even just running normally? Are you a fucking like a unintelligent species? Huh? Like
Ooh.
Sorry, a little Obi-Wan's coming out.
A little bit. We didn't mention the fucking droids. Droids are fucking cool.
Yeah, the droids and the aliens. So many droids, so many aliens. Like it's.
Oh my god! Wait, fuck. Hold on, I got a negative. The stupid Trade Federation. Good god.
Oh right.
Just delete them. Just please, somebody. Not only are their voices.
It's just that specific species in the Trade Federation.
It's just the worst. It's just all they do is scramble around. Right?
Yeah.
All they do is walk and talk. The worst thing in video games. They don't even their fucking chair walks. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. There's a lot of automatic chairs. There's a lot of like vast hallways.
But they're just like, oh, I don't know what to do. Everything's gonna. What do we? That's their whole fucking character.
I think the leader was very indecisive, but like his second hand man was like, if you do this, we're fucked. like it's plain and simple, man.
He's like let's do it. Then they do it anyway. It's
They
so
do
fucking
it anyway.
stupid. But yeah, I mean, I don't. I wouldn't go as far. I've heard it, and I've seen it said that their depictions are a little racist.
Yeah.
I don't know if I go as far as racist. It's just fucking bad. It's just stupid. It's just a bad fucking like. Why are you talking like that? It's really dumb and unfortunate, I would say. But also, they look like their mouths barely fucking move. Like they just.
It's all
they
practical, which is still it's cool. I think the alien design's neat.
I think their eyes are cool, but like the design is fine, but the functionality of the design is shit. Like they just look like those fucking Muppets that it's just a thumb using the fucking the lower jaw. Like that's all it is. Their eyes don't really shift at all. I think they have eyebrow like movement.
Right. I think it because it is a practical effect, and I'm pretty sure it's just all animatronic like movements and stuff, like someone's gyrating a puppet thing off screen.
It looks like your character in that underwater game you're
Under the waves.
Yeah. It's just goofy. I don't know. They're just terrible. Their motives are fucking stupid.
Yeah. Well, they're all a part of a they're all tricked into it, right, by Palpatine and stuff, and they're just gullible fools.
But whatever. I mean, don't they show up in like 2 or 3?
They show up in all the movies. Yeah. There's like there's usually
in like
meeting
that cabal.
Rooms. Right. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, because they don't fucking do anything. They just walk around. They're the worst. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
Evil merchants. But yeah, they're fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Anyways, what did you give this? How many metachlorians out of 10
I would give this this movie a 8,000 out of 10,000 metachlorian count. So
8 out of 10. Is that what you're trying to? I can't do math.
Yeah, it's 8 out of 10. I enjoy the movie. The style, the like like we've come so far as like CG tech and movies and stuff but like this movie was like a pioneer of that shit, right?
Yeah.
So like
I feel like a lot of it holds up too. Like besides like Yoda and some of the puppets, like the like we saw it on our big screens, right? Or high def screens, and it's not like the ugliest thing I've ever seen, right? Like it's fine.
Yeah, we saw the shit, what are they called? What's Jar Jar Binks' species called? Gungans, that's right. Thank you. Sorry, I was bringing fart in there. We saw the Gungans versus the Trade Federation, the B1 battle droid army, and the tanks on the Windows 98 save screen. So like that was
XP. XP.
Windows XP. Sorry.
How old are we? Jesus. Like remember 98? Nobody talks about 98. They go from 95 to XP. They jump. What about Millennium Edition? That ran on the Dreamcast or Century Edition.
Oh my god, Jesus.
It was. I feel like the visuals kind of hold up.
Yeah,
it's a good kids movie. It's a good family movie.
Yeah,
like it's fine.
Yeah,
it's enjoyable
a lot
to watch.
Appreciate still.
Yeah, the design I feel holds up.
Yeah.
The story is simple enough that like there's no real like issues. It's like it's fine. Everything's cool. Anakin is okay. He's a kid, and he very much plays a kid. So it's like fine.
I will say it is really weird that he just got into the Naboo starfighter, and there was just a helmet perfectly sized for a kid's head. That was kind of weird, right?
It's because he has that fucking the Beatles haircut. It's just it's very thick,
it fills it in,
thick hair.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I think it's cool. I remember when it came out, Taco Bell had these really cool posters, and I remember my mom going out of her way to get me all 4 of these posters because they like lined up together.
Yeah.
And I had a really big in my bedroom. I had my dad had a poster from when he was a kid from Return of the Jedi.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and it's like Luke's hand holding up the lightsaber.
Right.
Like the hand painted one. And then so I got to get next to that one. I put the one of episode 1 with like I think it's like Anakin walking and like his shadow is like the shadow of Vader.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I remember it just being it was like such a big cultural moment. I guess it was like
Yeah. Star Wars is back.
We felt like we were getting ours, right? Like oh shit, like this is gonna be our Star Wars, right?
Yeah,
It's gonna be really cool. And and the rest is history.
That's right.
But it was a really cool, like, it was cool to like watch that stuff with my parents and like have that connection and like let my parents like it gave them something to like you know it was a thing that I guess I could be nerdy about that they could kind of understand, right? And so they were all in. And as a matter of fact, I remember I want to say it was from Taco Bell as well. I was obsessed with Taco Bell when I was a kid. Fucking love Taco Bell. I had a cup, like one of those like big drink cups, and they make those like special like lids or whatever, those character lids. And I want to say I could be wrong because memories suck, but I want to say I had a Watto lid, and I was really into it. And I was like,
Yeah.
Watto's he's weird. I just remember thinking like he's so weird. I don't know why I like him. He's weird.
Yeah.
And now as I'm older, like I like him because he's weird.
Yeah,
makes no fucking sense.
It's so funny.
That fucking voice, like
hey,
everything about Watto.
You want a slave? You can't have the slave. You can have one slave only.
Like, what are you waving your hand around? Are you some kind of Jedi or something? Get the fuck out of here.
I've been smoking for 500 years. My species of fly, elephant, duck people.
Yeah, the species can actually live longer than Yoda's species.
Like Yoda's species is like super force like attentive or sensitive, and his is like the complete block. They're not Sith or fucking or Jedi. They're dead in the middle.
Jumbo. As he just flies
Get
around.
That shit out of here. He's like, I only speak in credits. Like, all right, dude.
There you go. Yeah.
That's all he understands.
That's all you need to know
he's
about
the best. You know what? His fucking race is better than the fucking Trade Federation. Like, I feel like he'd be the better like Ferengi people, because he's down and dirty into the mud of it. Where these guys are like, oh, the blockade. Like, shut the fuck up about your stupid blockades and legality. I don't give a shit. Give me the money.
I guess I think Trade Federation, because like Trade Federation isn't just one species, right? It's like a conglomerate. It's like much like the Senate.
Right. All right. Nerd, you know what I mean.
Hey, calm down. We're talking about Star Wars here, all right? Calm down.
The frogs and the funny hats.
The frogs and the funny hats. Like they're supposed to be more organized, whereas I feel like Watto is just like, like they're the outer rim guys you go to for trading and business and shit, right?
Yeah, we see him later though. He comes back, I think, in 2 or 3.
He's in 2, because we'll see it. Yeah, because Anakin returns to Tatooine.
Right, and he recognizes him, and all. Like, I don't know.
He's got a hat. He gets a hat.
Yeah, he gets a fucking. We gotta talk about that hat.
Check out for episode 2.
Where
we talk about that hat.
Well, we're gonna talk about that hat for sure. But yeah, the overall, I think I agree. I think it's like an 8 out of 10. I think it's like fine.
It's good.
It's a good movie. It's a good family movie. I'd watch it with whoever.
It's definitely better than the sequel.
Oh my god! All right, yeah. So the next time you hear from us about Star Wars,
it's not going to be as positive. Trust me.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I'm going to talk about Jango Fett now. That we're going to say he's pretty cool.
Oh, I forgot about him.
Jango Fett's going to be pretty cool until he's dead. So, anyways.
Okay, yeah. Those movies. You know what's crazy? It's still not the worst one.
Still not. Nope.
It's still not the worst
one. Not now. Thanks, JJ.
Not now. Okay. Thanks. Okay, let's sign off. Let's end this shit. I don't know how long we've been going for, but I recommend it. Watch it if you want to watch episode 2
at
or
your
3
own risk,
or 4 with us at your own risk. Join the Discord, join the community. We saw it with our community. Silent Matt, that's his new name. Muted Matt.
Muted Matt.
From now on.
That's a good one.
Muted Matt was in there. He's been in this podcast, so you just can't hear him. And
he's in the.
We've just been interrupting him nonstop.
Yeah, we've been talking over him the whole
time. You could join us watching it and then hang out.
Yeah,
play games and
like, favorite, and subscribe. Ring the bell if you're checking out our YouTube and all that stuff. That'd be great. Really appreciate you. We just broke our first goal. We got 100 subscribers. fucking awesome.
Fucking 100 of you. I can't
Yeah.
believe 100 of you think we're good. I appreciate that.
Unbelievable.
We're doing our best.
What do you
It's-
think?
yeah, Are you all robots? Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, we're growing, and we want you to grow with us. Is that creepy? Did that sound a little
Maybe.
creepy?
I don't know. We might regret that.
Cut that out.
Anyways.
Anyway, yeah. All right, next time. So that's episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Also, fucking dope title.
Hell
Talk
yeah,
about
dude.
how cool that fucking title is.
Hell
Episode
yeah,
2, The Clone Wars, is the most misleading shit you're ever gonna hear.
Hey,
And,
you know, it gets
yeah.
there. Anyways.
Okay. Yeah. All right. End it. See you guys later. Thanks for
Thanks.
listening and watching.
Goodbye.